So this is it. This is the penultimate video of the actual build. It's not the second from last video in the series. So this is stages. I've forgotten the stage numbers now. 75 aerial base section ladder and waterway, and stage 76 aerial lower midsection ladder and waterway. Something that we've not done before, but both issues are going to look like they're going to be quite similar. Okay, so we have a little bit of a visitor. You're going to come up then. We have a little shadow cat who's come to join us. He's in a very, very cuddly mood today, and I'm in a building models mode today. Right, so let's look at the parts list. We only have two parts today. We have the base section ladder, which is plastic. Excuse the tail. He's going to be in the way. What have you spotted, mister? And the second piece that we have is, I'm going to keep this bag. This looks like very handy for tubes and things for modelling. So this is a base section waterway. Now I believe that this is going to get the water up through from inside there up to the end. Sorry, mister, you're going to have to get off there because I love you so much, but not at the moment. Right, so let's see what we've got to do now. So attaching the base ladder section, now it's telling us that there's a top and a bottom, and the way to tell the top and the bottom I think is from the screw hole. So at the top you've got a screw hole there. You see you've got these little nubby bits there. There is a nubby bit beyond the screw hole, and on the bottom the screw hole is the very most bottom. There's no nubby bits on the end. So we're also going to need some B-type screws. So we'll get that part of B-type screws ready. So let's get our model in place. So the orientation that they have, I think I'm going to turn this around anyway while I'm building it, but they have it this way around. And we need to lift up our ladder like so, and this ladder is going to go bottom there. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Right, so feed the bottom end of the ladder into the ladder bracket. So there's the ladder bracket there, and we need to line, there's two holes on the brackets, and we need to roughly line those screw holes up. It's a bit of a tight fit. Now what I'm going to do here, in fact I'm going to lower this ladder. I think it'll be just as easy to do it flat. I think what will be a very good idea, this ladder overlaps with the next section, so I'm just going to pull that out carefully, and then we can get that in a little bit easier. So just need to sort of squeeze the ladder in or pull the bracket out a little bit. It's a tight squeeze on this model, but once it's all screwed in place, yeah, it doesn't want to stay there. We'll make it stay with screws. So let's clear these bits off here. So we are going to need two B-type screws supplied from the pack of spares. It says supplied from spares, but actually I've got quite a few in that tub, so haven't needed to delve. I thought that I was under the impression that there is enough. We shouldn't need any of the spares, but they've obviously given us the spare pack out of the generosity of their heart. So this screw, it's hard to show you, it really is, I'm sorry. So we need to get the screw hole in the ladder lined up with the screw hole on the bracket, And what we're going to do is pop a little screw in there. I suspect that once we've got that screw in, it's going to be a lot easier. Now, I haven't screwed that in all the way because I want the maneuverability on the other side. So what I'm going to do, make sure you've got plenty of space, guys, because this isn't a wide model, but it's very long, much longer than it is, you know, when you're comparing the width and the height. It's very long. So we'll get this screw lined up there. That's gone in fine. This one can be driven in. Do you know, I'm not even going to tighten that one up either, because I know we're going to be doing the other end. And as expected, they want us to get another 2B type screws, and we're going to secure the other end of the ladder. 2 screws out ready. So I just feel that if you screw all of these screws in tight, you may not be able to maneuver this very well. So that is a perfect alignment, and I'll pop that one in just enough to bite, and I'll get my last screw ready. And I'm sorry guys, you're going to have to be spinning your model around numerous times to get to it. But that's the last screw going in. Now, this is quite flexible. As I'm screwing, it's bending this ladder. So I'm going to strongly advise you perhaps put your finger in there like that, pushing up a bit, so we can get that last screw done up. And then we'll go on. We'll do this side next because this is the next one. So push the ladder down. Remember, we're doing righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So we're loosey, so we're always turning to the right, so the whole ladder is going to try to go that way. So when you do this side, push underneath because the ladder is going to push down, but when you do this one, it's going to pull that ladder up. So we're just going to hold that ladder, get that screwed in. That's in really nice, and then we'll rotate it again. And then it doesn't matter which way round we do these. So remember, we're going right, so it's going to pull this bit. So we'll do that one. Lovely. And then this one is a little bit harder because we can't get anything underneath that. But we'll try our best. I think actually, perfect. So if you get your little stick, just push that under there as much as you can. That will help support that. There we go. So that ladder is in place. So now the fire crew can climb up here, get into there, climb up this ladder. So far he can only go that far, but at least he's just a little bit closer to be able to put the fire out. Right, so the next step, we're on the right side now. No, we're not on the right side, we're on the wrong side. Now, I believe we had a pipe here, which I felt was very loose. So I took it off. So that part is in here. So what it's telling us to do now, turn your attention to the waterway sections at the bottom of the boom. Check the 3 parts you have already assembled in stage 62 are now in the orientation shown. Note the small pin circled on pin B. So there's a pin there, and it was connected via this one, but if you remember, this was very loose. And as you see, it comes off very, very easily. We're going to fix that now, because there's a small pin, a small hole. There you go, there's the small hole. So the pin on this one is going to fit into there, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to pop this pipe on, we're going to hold it, we're going to bring that pin to the hole. It's plastic, so all maneuvers around, no problems, and that's gone in fine. So I want to connect. Yeah, I still don't like that. that's rather loose, and it's come out there as well. Ah, that's fixed it. So if it's loose there, guys, it might have come out there. But yeah, that's good. That's all good. Right, so next we want to take the base section waterway and feed the smooth end into pipe B. Now we have this end there. This is the smooth end. It is actually a pipe. And then we have the textured end, shall we say. Now what we want is for this end to go into there. But we have a pin there and we have a hole there. And what we want to do is, let's see how I can do this. Push that end in. That goes in nicely. And then just push. Oh, that's not gone in at the right angle. And it's too tight to rotate. There we go. There we go. So now we have water can get from the engine all the way up, but it can only go there. I'm interested to see how this pipe there, obviously when the ladder is in this position, that pipe is very short, but once you extend it, that pipe needs to extend with it. So I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to do it. I suspect I know. I suspect it's going to be a slightly smaller pipe on this section, slightly smaller one on that one, and then a slightly smaller one on that one, so that they can slide in and out. But we will see. So that is section stage 75 done, and again another small detail that's making it look pretty good. So let's have a look at section stage 76, and I found a really easy way of opening these guys. If you get your scissors, I mean I've discovered this right at the end of the build. Get your scissors, just cut the end, and then you can rip the end off. How easy is that? So we have got just two parts for stage 76. We have the lower midsection ladder. That's interesting. I can see screw holes there. There's no screw holes there. It looks like you've got some thing. Maybe there was meant to be holes there, I don't know. And then we have another waterway. Other than the sizes of them, you wouldn't notice a lot of difference between these parts and the last parts. Right, so take the ladder and note that the pair of screw holes are at the top end. So this is the top end. So the lower midsection ladder will be fitted underneath the base section ladder. It will sit on the next level of the ladder. Lovely. Right, so this is quite clever. So these brackets, you see you've got these little steps, and I didn't notice, well I noticed the steps, but I couldn't think what they were for. What's basically going to happen, let me pull this out so I've got more room to play with. So this ladder is going to go into there, and you see it's going to sit on that next step. So as the ladder goes in and out, it should, ooh, that looks like a stopper. So I can assume that the next ladder that we get is going to go underneath that on the next step down. How exciting. Right, so what we need to do then is get a much larger table and a long distance camera, because we now need to extend this ladder. There we go. We need to extend this. Actually, that might be all right. That's as far as it goes, actually. I'm going to pull this in because it's getting a little bit long. So what we're going to do, extend the ladder until the screw holes on the top and align the ladder. So we're going to push this ladder in along these guides, like so. And we're going to just pull the ladder back out. And then you've got some screw holes there. And the screw holes on the ladder, you can't see them, but they're there. We're just going to bring it out like that, and then we will use 2 B-type screws, and I'm going to work away from myself for the other side, because otherwise I'm just going to be rotating this model backwards and forwards. But so I'm going to work kind of blind. That's not in. It is a lot harder doing it this way, but it's going to be easier in the long run, I think. Except it's, I can't get the screws lined up. No, I can't get the screw out. Right. Of course, working blind means that I have to get this exactly right. Gone in, or is that just pretending to go in? I think that's in. Right, so let's tighten this. Remember that when we, sorry guys, so remember that when we tighten this way, it's going to push the ladder in, so we need to support the ladder underneath, and I'm going to use my thumb because I need to get the support as well. If you screw too hard, you're going to run the risk of snapping that ladder because it's only plastic. Now on this side, it's going to pull the ladder up, so we need to support it like that, and that I'm happy with. So what should happen then, as we pull this ladder in and out, oh lovely, look at that. Let me get you a better camera angle. So that ladder extends to there. That's a lot of support. Oh, there we go. So that ladder extends, and then when it goes in, the ladder should slide underneath. How good is that? So I'm going to pull this ladder out because I know we're going to have to do some more work on the pipes. You just have to be careful because you've got these little stoppers. Right, so type B, right, so next we want to insert the smooth end of the pipe into the base section waterway, which is this one, and there you go. Oh, I did speculate that, didn't I? That's a really nice loose movement. So this tab there wants to go into the hole there, and we're just going to lift it gently, pop it in there like that, and that's in nice. So that is very, very nice. Very happy with that. So that's the stage complete. So let's push this ladder down, pull it out again. Lovely. Really happy-ish with that. Right, I think the easiest way to pull these out is to hold this bracket to pull it out. But when you push it in, hold the actual silver bit and push it that way, because it's very, very stiff, very stiff. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Issue, that's it. That's all we're doing for this one. 75, 76. That's done. I was getting away with myself there. So next week we have the last build video. And I'm a little bit sad now, but yeah, so this is really coming along now. This is just 1 minute we're sitting there and I'm like, it's good, but there's no ladder on it, and all of a sudden it's just really nice. Let's have a try. Let's see how tall this goes. This reaches. This actually reaches all the way up to my light. This is huge, guys. I can't pull that last one out. I can't find anything to hold to pull it out. There we go. Right, guys, this is actually as tall as my light. So I don't know if you, no, we can't see it very well. So if you look there, let's switch to that big camera, overhead camera. So look, I can't get it in the camera. It's so big. It is absolutely ginormous. I mean, we knew how big it was going to be because we had dimensions when we were given it, but yeah guys, it is ginormous. Let me see if I can move. I'm going to just temporarily move my front camera. I'm going to use that as a spy cam, except I've got it all tangled up with other things. Sorry guys, this is very spur of the moment, but 2 quick easy episodes. It means I can spend a bit of time doing something else without it being an extra long issue. Right guys, so watch out. I'm going to call this Dizzy Cam. Let's see how it goes. Why is that not working? I think I need to take the overhead camera off. Right, there we go guys. So that's the model, looking very, very nice. And then there's the ladder. As you see, it's huge. So I'm going to have to stand. I don't know if I can stand far enough back. But guys, this is as far back as I can get. That's just ginormous. I can't get any further back, guys. Right, so like, I'm going to make use of this front camera. Oops. So I'm so sorry. I just dropped my camera. This is the amateur that I am. So yeah, really happy with this so far. Oh God, where am I? This is why I like to leave my cameras alone once I've set them up. Is that better? So here I am. So yes, absolutely ginormous, and it's looking really nice now with these pipes and these ladders. Right guys, so get ready to get upset. Next week is the final build video. We are doing stage 77, which is the aerial upper midsection ladder and waterway, and 78, which is the very last one, is the aerial fly section ladder and waterway, and adding the finer details. So basically what we're going to be doing excuse me, we're going to do the same as we've done on this video, plus we're going to, all these little bits that we've been collecting in the box, we are going to empty this box at last. So yeah, that's it guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.